The Punisher issue 12 catches up with Frank in the Atlantic, where he has been found by a group of men who want to kill him. One of them doesn't want to kill him now, since he's barely alive as it is, and only being kept alive by the morphine they have fed him. This doesn't stop Frank, who removes his morphine drips and kills the man with it, dosing him with a fatal amount of the drug. Killing his way out of the hut, he finds more men, who he promptly kills as well, citing only 4 left. As the 4 men come for him, they are all gunned down by HYDRA soldiers. Frank confronts them, calling for them to attack, but he passes out. Later on, Frank awakens, surrounded by the soldiers. He tries to attack, but he's too weak, and the soldiers help him up, and it's revealed that they are some of the former inmates of Zemo's prison in Begalia. Frank says that they were locked up for being aid workers, so why are they dressed like HYDRA? One of them says that it's the same reason Frank was. It's desperate times. Frank isn't a fan of that saying, as the men say that they needed to use the costumes to escape Begalia. The country doesn't exist anymore, thanks to Zemo's nuke, meaning no one is loyal to him anymore, and Frank doesn't get away with saying who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. Frank learns that some of the men are actual HYDRA soldiers, and the man says that people can change, and Sister Mercy would have told him the same thing. Frank tells them about Sister Mercy, saying that seeing as a person he hasn't killed yet murdered her, he doesn't think she would say that. The men had no idea that she died, but Frank says she had made enemies of bad men, and they did what bad men do. Frank wants to learn more about the group of men and learns that they left Begalia and the HYDRA behind, stealing a boat and escaping before the bomb went off, and after learning on the radio that Frank was after Zemo, they turned around to see if they could rescue Frank when they heard that the plane went down. Frank learns that the boat they were on was running out of gas, so they stopped at the first land they saw. The land was owned by drug lords who had actually found Frank before they did. However, there wasn't much on the island. Frank uses what gas is left over to burn the drug crops to get the drug lords' attention. As they wait on the beach and prepare weapons, the group spot a plane, responding to the smoke of the fields that Frank burned. Although it is not the cartel, it's HYDRA, who have come for the deserters as well on a wind boat that unloads men onto the beach. Frank is ready, however, using his makeshift bow to kill one of them, getting the men to follow him deep into the jungle, where more are killed by his traps and even more by arrows. Some find Frank's tracks and follow them towards a cave, where Frank is hiding in the mud outside of it. Inside, the men find Frank's HYDRA Punisher shirt and a stack of grenades. As they wonder why the grenades weren't used against them, a flaming arrow hits the box, causing it to explode, killing all of the men inside. The other HYDRA soldiers hear the explosion and soon sees someone coming out of the jungle, learning it's a severely injured HYDRA soldier who tells them that they need to start the boat and escape. Rushing back to the boat, they are ambushed by the defected soldiers, who are hiding in spider traps on the beach. Before the boat can pull away, however, one throws a grenade in it, going against Frank's orders. The boat and the group of men on their way off the island explode. The group aren't happy, as the boat was the only way off their island, but soon they find some fuel left over. Frank, however, kills the man who threw the grenade, along with the rest of them, leaving only the 2 prisoners left behind. The men yell at Frank, but he doesn't care, saying the tide's coming in, so they need to leave now. The men argue that they don't have enough provisions or fuel to go, so Frank will go alone. Frank tells them that when they get back to the United States to come find him, and he will give them their boat back, but they know they ain't getting that boat back. 13 days later at Coney Island, Frank beaches the destroyed boat, jumping off and heading into the city to deal with Zemo. The Punisher issue 12 was a great buffer issue that tied Matthew Rosenberg's recent Begalia arc with his next New York-centric arc. While it doesn't really do anything special with the character, like how the Begalia arc tackled his reasons for killing and why he should kill and who should be killed, we got lots of fun Punisher hyper-violence as he went kind of a little Rambo on some HYDRA soldiers in the Atlantic Ocean. I'm looking forward to getting to see Frank go home and what Zemo will do to stop him on his home turf. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.